Hello YouTube! It's been a while since I've done a wee video like this, and I was planning on doing them a lot sooner, but I was also planning on having a better camera sooner than this. I'm supposed to be getting an iPhone 5C, a pink one, to do 1080 and stuff. But various real life keeps getting in the way, and I found out that I actually owe a load of money. Well, I owe just over £100 to that company. I also noticed this is slightly off. Sorry, the screen on this camera is actually broken, so getting it centered is a little bit more difficult because I only have half. Anyway, supposed to be getting a phone, but I found out I owe just over £100 from a previous girlfriend who had an account in my name. She told me it had been paid and it hadn't, and I've only just found out after 7 bloody years. Anyway, I was tagged in the game, tagged by my darling bunny suit. Heart. And I thought, can't resist that. This is a mattress, by the way, before anybody asks. So, without further ado, because I've already rambled enough, favourite video game? I haven't the faintest idea. There's no way I could pin it down to one. The game that I will say is the best I've ever played, because of the resonance it had with me, is The Novelist by Kent Hudson. It's not a particularly good game, truth be told. As far as being a game itself, it's actually very, very, very simple and almost non-existent. But the themes it explores, it's written from the point of view of a writer. He was Kent in Public. I'll link his Twitter or something. And it's about trying to balance your family life with trying to produce a piece of work, a novel. And being a writer myself, it's something I can most certainly identify with. And it's clearly written by somebody who understands what it actually is, not just somebody who's trying to put himself in that position, but somebody who's actually been through the realities of juggling a family and trying to do the best work you can. So it struck home in a way, but it's something I can't really put into words. It's something you just have to know. The thing is, the way it's written, the way it plays out and everything, you could actually understand it if you've had any kind of job which has torn you away from your family. But it works best with a writer because they're at home, and this idea that your world is here and their world is just beyond that door, but it feels like they're clear across the other side of the planet. So yes, favorite video game genre is easy. I love my role-playing games. Always have, because I like personifying a character, not just playing a game, bashing a few buttons, killing a few people. I like making choices. I like choices that actually impact the flow of the game as well. Which is something we're still kind of lacking to a great amount. Moving on. That was quick. The earliest game I can remember playing is a game that I cannot remember the name of. I was about 4. And it was a little handheld one. It was about this long, about this big. It was shaped like a miniature computer with a little keyboard and everything. It had a stick on it and buttons or something. It was some kind of Space Invader thing. The earliest one I can remember playing, but I know I'd had more since before that, and I just can't remember what they were. Again, most of them were handhelds. This is like, we're going back to 82, 84 sort of time period, so there was no Sega, there was no Nintendo available in the UK. Certainly not within our price range. The first home console I got was a computer. It was an Amstrad when I was 8. An Amstrad CPC 464 when I was 8 years old. Yeah, the first console I got was the Sega Master System 2 in about 1990. The one that had Alex Kidd and the Enchanted Castle built into it. So, yeah, I've been playing games for a long time, so asking me to remember them. I've been playing games for more than 30 years. I've been playing games since I was about 2 years old. So, yeah. Video game I am most looking forward to at the moment. Good question. Very good question, actually. I don't know much of what's coming up, to be honest. There are a few games that I have loosely have my eye on, but I don't know enough about them as yet. There's a new Assassin's Creed game coming, which is actually interesting me for once, because it's set in London. I thought that, you know, when Victorian London, I thought that would be an interesting time period. What else is on its way? Probably going to be getting Season 3 of The Walking Dead by Telltale this year. I'm most certainly looking forward to the second episode of Life is Strange by Don't Nod. Does that really count as a game? Because it's more of an episode. In fact, I'm looking forward to the rest of the series. Fucking love that game. Pardon my French. Let's think. I know that Focus have announced a few new games, possibly going to be a sequel to Six, a sequel to Styx, Master of Shadows. It's either going to be a sequel or an expansion. I'm putting my hands more likely on it being an expansion, personally. What you kids these days would call a DLC, which is fucking asinine, especially for a console. Sorry, for a PC gamer. If you get it on Steam, it's all DLC. It is all content that you download. By the way, doesn't matter how you try and redefine it, indie means independent. Valve are independent. Half-Life is an indie game. Anyway, what am I most looking forward to? There are a few by Focus. There's another one by Technomancer by Spiders. And now I loved what Mars Warlords. I only gave it a 3.5 because it has its problems, but I love that game. Bound by Flame, actually didn't quite like as much, but I gave it a 4 because it's a much better playing game. Technomancer, the next one coming up, I know nothing about it, but it looks, on past experience, that's going to be amazing. Yeah, so that's probably the game I'm looking forward to most, I guess. Least favourite character. Don't know really. Probably gonna get some flack for this. Probably Ezio Auditore di Firenze, because he's a giant walking fucking ballsack. He's just all machismo and no personality. He's just one of those slimy little douchebags. Why do people like him so much? He's all arrogance. And yeah. Moving on. Favorite character. My favorite character. Right. Let's see now. Probably, to be perfectly honest, Kenny from The Walking Dead, especially circa season 2, because beard. He has the power of the beard. Several reasons, actually. He's the first character in a game that ever made me cry. It took weeks for that to happen. At the end of season 2, the ending I went with obviously focused a lot around him. I sided with him rather than Jane. For those who don't know, you get a choice between the two, and it radically alters what happens. Anyway, I sided with him, and it was one of those things where I've done a full Let's Play of it on the channel, so you can see it there. I didn't say anything for about 5 minutes. It was one of those rare occasions when I actually shut up and paid attention to what was going on. That never happens with games. I'll talk over anything. I'm often screaming at the game and telling it to shut up because I'm trying to tell somebody a pointless story about a cat licking his own balls. But that one really, that got to me, and it took weeks for me to work through all of the emotional attachment I felt during that game. So that's that. I will tag Assassinate. Oh, my Lady BunnysuitGaming has just come online as well. I will tag Freelancer, and you know what? Screw it. JC Rebel, I'm tagging you too. It's about time you started making videos again. And I'm going to tag Jess, bloody fangirl who I work with. She won't see this, so I'll have to tell her, but those are my choices. So until next time, whether I'll put stuff on this or not, You'll already know. I don't. So let me know. Thank you for watching. And no, I haven't had lots of sugar.